Unfortunately, I forgot to press record when I did this part, so we'll carry on from the this part where I've just stuck the two pins in on them. So next we're going to be doing the replacement parts, which is the strut joint. So we got them in a bag, 25 SP. So we just they come in a bag separately from the box, but we did get a set in the box with 2 spare pins, and I just disregard those. So if we just carry on from this part here, if you notice the orientation of these, so this is facing at the top, so that's facing upwards, and then this with this hole and the keyway will go like that. So if you will also notice on this that one hole is slightly bigger than the other. So if you just grab the pin, if you notice, it's fairly loose on that side, but it's tighter on that side. Right, recovered the pin that I just dropped. So lucky they give you 2 spares. Right, so if it goes in from that side, if you notice, it's slightly tighter on that side compared to that. If you put it in from the slack side, the pin will just fall all the way through. So make sure that you have it coming in from the smaller hole, and then the knurled part of this pin then will grip onto that. So, but it's not as per instructions, because instructions tell you that the pin goes from the outside in, but one of them can't. So if we orientate this correctly with that part facing upwards, or if we could just flick that over like that, and then it will go that way. So the pin on this one is on the inside to the outside and not from the outside in. You can see the pin lined up on that side. Just going to double check it before I commit to it, so that's fine. And then squeeze with the pliers, and that one is in like that. And then I'll do exactly the same for the other one. It's going that way. Just check it with the pin, which is the smaller hole. That one's got quite a bit of movement on it, so it's that one, and that will be on the outside in. Move that, it's located in. You can see the pin come there. Just double check it before I commit to it. Okay, I'll squeeze the pin in. And that is that part done. Next, we take the wheel assembly that we did in the last issue. The orientation of this is with these mounts here facing backwards, and with the struts with these mounts are at the top, so they will go in like that, and that one into that location, and it goes into the first hole from this part. So there's 1, 2, 3 holes, so it's just the first one with the longer pin. So you just got to think of where this has got the mount has got the little pin that sits up. That is exactly the same orientation as the pin on this pin facing upwards. So it goes like that. So I'm just going to check that we're not in the same scenario we were last time, where the hole is bigger on the other one side than the other. It doesn't look like, but I will just double check before I put the pins in. Right, they've got the longer pin. I'm just going to check from either side, and they're identical, so I won't bother putting the pin in ready. So as I said, with this little notch facing upwards, we have that one facing upwards too, or you could think of it as this part is at the top. So if I just do the first one, so pop the pin in, just make sure it's located. The pin fell straight through, well, straight in. So I'm just double checking before I commit to squeezing the pin in. There we are, pin's clicked in, and we'll do the same for the other side. They don't give you a spare longer pin, so hopefully you won't lose it. So right, so if I put the pin in, from the top, just move that. The pin's fallen in, and then just make sure it's in the correct hole. Yeah. So that part is complete. So just double check everything is correct. So that goes on there, that one's there from the previous issue. That's orientated correctly. So that is the end of this issue. Just to recap, I had to just widen the hole slightly on these, just on one side so the pin goes in. I did notice that the paint, when they painted it, there was a little bit of paint on the inside of the hole, and the pin just wouldn't fit in. So I just run a scalpel blade just on the inside, just to take none of the material off, just a bit of the paint, and the pin went in okay. And with this one, the pin, the hole is bigger on one side than the other, so make sure you put it into the smaller hole first, so that the knurled section goes into the small hole and not in the big hole, because it just ends up just falling through.